Welcome back to Culture Matters. Tom, can you make small money? I mean, like as
Can
a
I do
magician.
some money magic, you mean?
Yeah, money magic. Let's have some
Yeah,
fun.
but what if I'm gonna do a money magic trick? I'm gonna need to borrow some money. Do you have some money I can borrow?
Sure, of course.
Actually, I love those red ones.
Red ones.
No, just one will be fine.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Is this real?
Yeah, of course.
Now what we're gonna do though is I'm gonna fold it like this, okay? Try to fold it here.
Okay.
And I can't make any guarantees on what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Actually, this is kind of the first time that I've done this. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, this is just
I thought you were a professional magician.
well, maybe you heard wrong there. It's becoming really small.
Okay.
Now all you have to do is blow on it. Okay.
Okay.
When you blow on it, actually, wait a second. Here, wait a second. Hold on. Something strange starts to happen.
Become Hong Kong dollar or something?
Yeah.
Color changed.
Well,
the color is a little bit different.
Okay.
Become a 10? No, of course I don't like it. Come on.
You don't like it? That's okay. I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. You know what they say about magic?
Sure.
You can only do it once.
You cannot.
Plus, you never show a trick twice. Plus, I'm not very good at making it, go from small to big. So I'm sorry about that, Sammy.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, this is probably a good example.
But what they say, though, you know that.
Sure.
They say a good trick is at least worth 90 yuan.
Good. See, I'm paying for this trick for everybody in front of the television, but it's worth it. Well, anyhow, so just like, what's your best advice, Patrick, to the audience? So how to manage their money wisely?
Well, I think that the reality is that China has changed so much, and that it's time to realize that I think have enough confidence that it is going to be better each year.
Mm-hmm.
It will be up and down. There's no doubt about the fact that property prices will peak, they'll come back down, then they'll go up again. But over the long term, I think that China's future is quite secure, and so I would encourage everyone to get good advice about long-term investments.
Okay. And what about you, Jim? I mean, will you encourage people to buy more property or believe in the real estate business here in Shanghai?
My advice is, if you want to buy a unit or a house in a particular city for investment, you have to look after the infrastructure, employment, the income system, then make a right decision.
Okay. Based on the experience that you had with your wife, and you know Chinese better than the other aspects were foreigners, and what's the major difference and what's your advice to the audience?
About investing?
About how to manage their money and how to invest.
Managing money. The best way to manage your money is to not give your wife your credit card, I think.
Okay.
Guaranteed, you'll have savings.
Okay.
No, seriously, I think housing, yes, I think housing is good, but you got to be careful when you're buying homes. And I really think you got to look at, the market a lot. But like we said, China is a big. If you can't buy here in Shanghai, I think there are plenty of other cities which are very good investments to buy homes over the long run.
Is it a good time to try to start to build up your own credit and try to learn how to play the money from the bank or from the financial institute? Is that a good advice?
Well, I wouldn't advise anybody borrowing money on a credit card or from the bank and putting it in a stock market that is as unpredictable as the markets are right now. I think, yes, you want to build your credit rating and prove that you can be trusted with money. And I think credit cards originally came about because there were some purchases that it made more sense to buy in installments. And so if you're buying things for your home, or you're buying a car, or any number of things that last for a long time, the credit card allows you to pay them off over time, it means you can afford a nicer life right now. And so there's good reasons to do that. The credit cards have helped many people live a life that they would not have been able to. It's also, as we're finding out in the United States and other parts of the world, it's a recipe for real problems if you give credit to people who don't have the skills or the ability to really manage it. And I think China's just now getting used to that, to what credit cards and consumer credit looks like. But I think that they've done a pretty good job so far.
Okay. Jim,
Yes.
a lot of people are worried about the real estate market here in Shanghai.
Yeah.
People said that all the houses or apartments are overpriced.
Buy a property also involves the risk. This is the first thing. Second thing is I said property have a function to people staying. So if you want to buy a unit, stay 5-10 years, I would think always good time to buy. But only for investment purpose, I don't think it's best time to invest at the moment. Because if you look at the index, it's go slightly go down. So you can wait a few months or 1 year, I don't know when it's going to bottom. So my suggestion is for living, it's okay time to buy. But for investment purpose, also, if you buy a unit for living, you have to understand you don't borrow too much. So maybe you borrow 50%, I would suggest at the moment. But 2 years ago, I would suggest you borrowing 70%.
Okay. So in the long run, you think that buying property is still a wise investment in the long run?
Yeah.
And the price will finally go up after a while.
Yeah.
It's in the low end, probably not to the very end, but in the long run, it's still a good kind of investment.
Yes, particularly now CPI goes 5%. So property have one of advantage is to hedging the inflation.
Okay. Of course, the purpose of this program is not trying to promoting any business, and we're not trying to tell you how to spend your money and where to spend your money.